Hello there, welcome back to the channel, everyone. Wow, what a warm one it is today, and it has been for the last few days. So I hope you're keeping safe out there, keep hydrated, and yeah, look after yourself in these difficult conditions. Because, like I said, when you're not used to it, you do need to be taking those fluids on board. I'm not a doctor, but I'm just looking out for you all that come to tune in. But yeah, welcome back. Like I say, we are back again. For another episode of the Huddersfield Town Show, of course, which obviously is full of, it's going to be a jam-packed show, like I say. So yeah, if you do want to get involved in the chat, I'd love to hear your thoughts. I'm sure every town fan out there has an opinion on what is going on at the moment. What is going wrong for you at the club? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. So yeah, obviously we are here to review the game against Preston on Tuesday, and as always, I have got my guest on that is a regular. He's just my co-host. Let's just call him a co-host now because he's always on my stream, and it is always a pleasure to have him on. But yeah, I'll stop waffling on and I'll welcome him onto the stream. Hello there, Tom. Hi, how are you doing today?
Warm, a bit of a cold, but I'm all right. Yeah, apart from that. Well, if Dwayne Holmes is never at Huddersfield again, I'll be more than happy. But I'm all right. I'm all right, apart from that.
Good stuff. Brilliant to hear, of course. So yeah, we're going to get straight into it. I mean, obviously, the game against Preston now. I think obviously going into this game, I think it was a big chance to really kickstart our season, by the way, and really push on. But how wrong could I be of thinking that? Because what we saw was another very, very disgraceful performance. You cannot defend anything that happened on that pitch, really, on Tuesday night. I mean, let's just get into the lineups, and obviously that's the first kind of talking point of the evening. Yeah, I was actually excited to see the likes of like Kamara, Mahoney, and Spence. To be honest with you, it was good to see them on the team sheet. But I was very disappointed not to see Grant in the lineup because I'm not sure what more he has to do to actually have an opportunity, especially in a team that is not very much performing at the moment, as we know. I'm not sure what's going on there. I think that Grant deserved his chance in this match, but again, leaving me out on the bench, it just doesn't make sense to me. And then, like I say, especially when a guy on the team sheet that has had countless opportunities and has had so many chances to prove himself, and overall he is ridiculous. Dwayne Holmes, how he gets in the starting lineup, I'll never understand why. I'm sorry about that, but I'm just being honest. I just don't see what he offers to the team. He doesn't offer anything to the team. And again, putting the likes of Carabao on in this match as well. I mean, I don't understand it. I'm not sure why you keep trying players that are just not producing, and they've had plenty of opportunities, like I say.
I think Scofield's got positive horns in his bedroom. That's why he keeps starting him.
Big up, Matthew. Hello there. Welcome on in. Hope you're well. Yeah, there must be something. There must be something we're completely missing here with Holmes and Koroma, because why every time manager comes in, okay, last year Corbin didn't like him, he didn't really have a look in, but more often than not, people like Holmes, he constantly gets in the side, and I'm just thinking, so is there a clause in his contract? Is there something that has to? I don't know, but I just don't see what he offers.
I know this might sound awful, but I just want him to get injured, pull his calf or something, so he's injured and he doesn't play.
Well, yeah, like I said, I don't wish injury on anywhere, but I think the quicker solution is to end his contract now.
Or what? I think he's out of contract next year.
Oh,
you could just loan him out this season and then sell him on a cheaper end of the season.
Well, I don't know who would want him though. That's the problem.
Bradford?
Maybe. I mean,
that's his level.
Yeah, very true. Hello, Nip and Spot. Hello there. Welcome on in. I hope you're well. I hope you're safe on this very warm day, of course. It's so warm. We're always moaning, but it's very warm. Big up to yourself as well, mate. Thank you for coming in. I mean, what was your thoughts on this lineup then, Tom? Were you happy with it, or what was you thinking?
I was happy with it, apart from Holmes and Corona, I would have started Grant, and I would
Yeah,
have started. I would have let Brahima Diarra start, but he was nowhere to be seen.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
but I'm really pleased that Kamara did start. He is really good.
Yeah, and we'll get into the game as well. But yeah, he was one of the bright
Um,
spots of that team on Tuesday night. He really
I
did
mean,
excite me well.
I don't. No one else really could have played in Leeds. Well, Edmonds Green could have started over Leeds, but you needed that experience in there, didn't you? But yeah, lineup was all right, apart from 2 players.
Yeah, so we're in agreement there. Ryan, can you follow me back on Twitter, please? Otherwise, I can't invite you to any podcasts since your DMs are up. Yeah, of course I will. Sorry, I didn't actually read. I thought I'd followed you back, but I will make sure I do follow you back on Twitter. I do apologise, but yeah, leave it with me. I'll do it after we've ended the stream. But yeah, no problem at all. Thanks. I mean, we're going to go on to this first half because, I mean, I don't even know where to start. Let's talk about the first goal because again, it was again the lack of defending on this one. Obviously, let me just talk.
It's at the back post again.
The team, no, but teams just seem to walk through our midfield and defence. It's just as easy as that. It's crazy, isn't it?
The thing is, Preston didn't even have to get out of first gear.
It was the easiest game they've played all season, like as every opponent that's come to play us this time. Again, ball through. That ball through was too easy to get through. I mean, again, the player cuts inside and lays it off to his teammate. He strikes towards goal. Nichols did save it, but I feel like Nichols could have potentially maybe saved it pushed it to the side rather than push it right out. I mean, obviously, it would have been nice for his defenders to actually look interested and get involved and try and get a block in and help him out. But obviously, they were nowhere to be seen. Obviously, the rebound fell straight to Parrott. And he scored in the 6th minute. And yeah, he wanted it more. He got the ball more, and he scored the goal. I mean, talk me through this first goal. It was very poor, wasn't it? Again, same mistakes.
It was schoolboy defending, same old. I've seen better Sunday League defending than that. You know,
It's just not. They were all stood watching when you saw that first goal.
What is wrong with him? One of the centre backs, I think Boyle could have easily come across and helped Nichols when he but he just stood there. Why was Leeds complaining why was Boyle complaining towards Nakayama when Nakayama was in a left back position? That's not his position to clear it in there. That's specifically Boyle is the left sided centre back. It's your job to clear it.
No, absolutely, and he just didn't, did he? And like I say, you've got to anticipate that ball coming back out. You know, obviously from a shot from distance, it may be parried out. You've got to anticipate, but they were just all stood still. I mean, the second goal, again, you know, down the left. For me, he's got the ball way too easy, balling way too easily again. Boyle's left to get the ball away in this, by the way, is pathetic. You know, he should have been in front of the defender for a start, in front of the attacker for a start, not behind him. Preston obviously meet the ball. And want it more again. 2-0 to them. Who was it? McCann scored on 19 minutes. I mean, again, same mistake, isn't it, Tom, from the back in this one?
Same old silly mistakes. You know, this is taking me back to the season just before Chris Powell came in. You know, that first game against Bournemouth years ago, exactly like that defending. It's just same old.
Yeah. It is. It's just shocking, isn't it? And again, Preston come forward at ease again. Actually, good pass and move, kind of passage of play here, to be honest with you. Again, though, too easy. Down left, obviously, Potts delivered the ball in, and this goal just summed up the half. All alone in the middle, there he was, McCann. Easy goal, as you like. Defenders stood watching, nowhere to be seen. Half an hour, as I say, in, and we're 3-0 down. At this point, it was starting to be very embarrassing. At that point, quite a few G's as well, which obviously frustrations do happen in the stadium, and I can't blame people for that. I mean, I don't know if you want to comment on this goal, but yeah, it was just awful, wasn't it, to watch it? You just couldn't believe what you were seeing.
I felt like crying because it was that bad. I felt like this is not the Huddersfield town I am used to watching. This is the Huddersfield town of Chris Powell and Stan Ternent. Here it is. I'm like, it's like, what do Nichols was shouting at him? They wasn't listening to him. I know. Some fans say, yeah, he needed a rest, but I thought Hogg was a miss. I really did. In that, I think his vocals and his passion, was missing in that game. I really felt sorry for the young lads that got put in.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Kamara, like, yeah, he's young, he's learning. You can't. A few fans sat near me said, "Why don't Kamara shout? He's young. He's still learning."
You can't rely on somebody like that to come in the team and
Exactly.
be shouting. People like that don't have a clue about the game. Let's be honest. So I'm not sure.
Exactly. I mean, I felt sorry for like Brodie Spencer as well. They both got talent, but it's proud moment for the academy, though. I must say.
It is definitely a proud moment there. And like I said, we have got a good setup at the moment with the academy, and obviously, but for me, Brodie Spencer, he did look okay, but he doesn't ever look forward, and I think that's maybe what he needs to be looking at going forward. He kept going back. I mean, you could say there were no options ahead of him, but he seemed to think that he was just in reverse. I'm not criticising. I'm just saying really, but yeah. Big up. Hello there. Welcome on in.
I think Brodie Spencer needs to work on in training his forward work, getting forward more.
Yeah. He needs to be
rest
more.
Rest of his game's brilliant. Rest of his game's good. It's just he's getting forward more.
I think that just comes maybe with just a bit more confidence, maybe. I don't know. But yeah. Fair play. By the way, hello there. Big up when we'll hate shifts. I don't know when we'll start playing football, by the way. But it is one of those where we're just waiting and hoping. But I just think it's going to be a long, horrible season again for us this time, unfortunately. I've soon changed my tune. My prediction, by the way, has gone out the window with my table prediction. But yeah, it is one of those. Big up, hello there, mate. Hello, hello there. Thank you for coming in. I always tune into your show, so I appreciate you coming on and showing me some support. But yeah, great. Like I say, guys, if you don't subscribe to his channel, please go over and subscribe. They do some great content over there, and I do enjoy watching their show. So yeah, go and show him your support. But big up yourself as well, mate, by the way. Do you think you will have a great season? No, I do not. I don't see how. That question, I mean, I'm sorry. It's just all doom and gloom around the place at the moment, and I can't see us having a good season.
It could change, but I'm not confident.
We're not holding our breath. Let's put it up there. Let's put it out there. We're not holding our breath on anything at the moment. We're just hoping something will turn at some point. Appreciate that. No problem at all, mate. Like I say, happy to support you. Like I say, you come on my channel. I appreciate that. But yeah, big up yourself. Now, like I say, this first half was absolutely diabolical. To register 0 shots of any kind in that first half is unacceptable in any game.
Preston had 100% of possession in that first half.
Oh boy.
I mean, it's just like, no one has 100% of possession unless you're Liverpool or Man City. I mean, it's embarrassing. 100%.
We're at home, though. That's the away team.
Exactly.
It is just an absolute. We didn't have anything of note to actually talk about in that first half. That's why I haven't mentioned anything of our attacking play in that first half, because we had nothing. So that's why I've kind of just talked about
Schofield. I don't see any shouting from him on the touchline. I don't see it.
He doesn't seem to have any authority. I don't think he's got any authority in the dressing room either, though.
It's that coach we got from Birmingham, was it? He seems to be shouting more.
Yeah, but again, he's not the answer either. He's coming in and okay, he's vocal, but who is there? I don't know who he is. It's pointless. How many additions do you think you need? Wow. Well, we could probably say 4 or 5 at this point.
Just sell all the squad. Just get a new squad in and sell all these.
Well, put it this way: the only players I've liked to watch this time that's been in consistently is obviously Radoni and Tino. Apart from that, nobody's offered anything. So that says all you need to know. We definitely need a couple in, but I don't think it'll happen, will it, Tom? I don't think we'll have any. I don't think we'll have any more business happening, will we, in this window? It doesn't look like it anyway.
No.
It's just it really is shocking. But yeah, thank you for that. Wow, 12 likes on the video at the moment. Big thank you. Yeah, like I said, big up yourself, bro. Thank you for liking the video. I really appreciate your support. It means the world to me. So yeah, like I said, have your say in the chat. Like I said, let me know your thoughts. Any questions you want to ask, feel free to put them in the chat box. We are here to kind of answer the questions as well as react to your comments as well. But yeah, I mean, this second half, let's talk about the second half. Again, we started off the half as we meant to go on, you know, as they say. The fourth goal, I mean, Lees gives the ball away very foolishly. Like I say, Potts gets
You know what? I'm shocked how bad he was, because as a player of his standard, you accept better. But that pass, oh.
It was awful. And like I say, but again, who wanted it more? They did. That's why they got the ball. We didn't. We could have easily got the ball.
With his pass, he didn't have to pass forward. He had let Boyle to the side of him. No one was near him. He could have gone back to Nichols, but he decides to.
It's just so frustrating. I know we're probably whining on people, David, but we just have to. We can't be happy with this, what we're seeing at the moment. Like I said, Potts gets on our drives forward, has a strike from outside the box, and great finish, to be honest with you, great strike. But again, no pressure on the ball, no eagerness to get the ball off him. Just let him walk through your defence, basically, and the midfield stood there as well. I just couldn't believe what I was watching. I really couldn't. I'm sorry, I couldn't. I just couldn't believe my eyes what I was watching. Obviously, we got a consolation goal back. By the way, great ball through by Tino. Again, he's always come from the likes of Tino and Radoni. That's the bright spot we've had to shout about this season in a positive way. Them two players, brilliant ball through. Like I said, when Rhodes goes clean on through, you expect him to score, and he did. And you can't, you're brilliant.
I actually think he's more clinical than Ward Rhodes.
Yeah, he's got. I mean, I could definitely.
To be fair, Jordan Rhodes, I think his pressing games come on. He's pressing deep, like Ward does a lot more, I think.
Yeah,
and he's getting in defending a lot more. His Rhodes.
Yeah, like I say, Rhodes. I've always said though about Rhodes. If you create a chance for him, he'll score it. Like I said, that chance he got on the only chance he got of the game, he scored it. If you put it on a plate for him, if you provide for him, he'll score goals. As simple as that. And yeah, I do agree. He is more clinical than Ward. Obviously, Ward was fantastic last season, but yeah, he is. And he's putting in like I say, I do like to see Jordan on the pitch. He always gives 100% as well. Not saying Ward doesn't, but yeah, great to see him score again, even though it was a consolation and it didn't really matter. I mean, let's talk about Kamara a moment, because I liked watching him in this match. I think he was very good. A bright spark of the very few. Obviously, Tino always putting effort in, and Radoni looking live too. But again, they can't do it all on their own, can they? They've got to be more people on that pitch pulling their weight, and they're just not.
No, I mean, they're not. I mean, Kamara, I've said a number of times when I've seen him play for B team, I said this guy's got real ability. As a young player, he's so comfortable on the ball. He wants to forward thinking, forward passing all the time. He's looking to pass every time he receives the ball. He's looking to pass straight away. He's not looking to back or sideways. He wants to pass forward. And to be fair, he's a defensive midfielder. He got forward quite a bit, I thought.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, I liked the way he was brave on the ball, and he did try things, even though it didn't work out sometimes. But at least he was trying, and that's all you expect. But yeah, I really like the look of Kamara, and I think he's got a bright future. And I think it'll be good to see him in the lineups more often in the coming weeks, months. I mean, to summarise this game, I mean, it was terrible. Like I say, there were no shape, there were no ideas. It was just carrying on the same thing that has happened in the previous games, wasn't it? There was just no improvement at all. Like I said earlier, teams just seem to walk past our midfield and defence like they're not there. I mean, Russell, again, Russell for me has to come out now, because I'm sorry, enough is enough. Last season, just hear me out. Last season, he was good. But having thought about it more, the fact that obviously Lewis O'Brien was there alongside, he covered a lot of the hard yards that Russell decides not to do, by the way. He's just pure laziness. He's laziness. And he has to come out the side now, I'm afraid, because he's just walking around, he's ambling around, he's just not getting stuck in. And, like I said, there's no honeymoon period now for him. He had a great season last year. I'm not saying he didn't, and I'm not taking anything away from what he did last season. But I think the reason he's being found out more now is because Lewis O'Brien isn't there. The quality that Lewis O'Brien and the work he put in as Lewis O'Brien.
I can see him being dropped out because I think, he's played a lot of games. He's played the Burnley game, he's played the Birmingham game, he's played the Cup game, and now if he plays Saturday, there's a risk of him getting injured, isn't there? The amount of games he's playing. So I would drop him for Hogg straight away.
Yeah.
But we all know what Storefield's going to do. He's just going to drop Kamara and put Hogg straight in.
Yeah. I know what you're saying. It's all too predictable, these lineups, by the way, as well. I mean, in that position that Russell is in, by the way, you've got to bring your energy. You've got to be on it all the time. And if you're not, you get found out. And he's just doesn't. I don't see how he can play that position when he doesn't possess the qualities that you need overall as that player in that position. He doesn't. But for me, Russell has to drop out. I mean, let's talk about Holmes. I mean, I'm sorry, Holmes, but for me, you should never put a player in a Town shirt again. And that is being very bold and very harsh. But I'm being a realist here. The reality is the amount of times he's had, to prove himself, he's just not good enough. How many touches did you see that he was so heavy touched? I mean, when defending, you're walking back as well. It's not acceptable. You're in that midfield. You're meant to be tracking back and helping out your teammates. It's not acceptable. He offers nothing to the side. So for me, that's another thing that has to happen going forward. Holmes has to. He shouldn't even be on the bench, let alone the starting lineup. It's just ridiculous.
He should be under 19. That's it. That's where he should be.
I'm just not sure how he's made it as a professional footballer. I really am not. I'm just lost.
Yeah, when he was in the academy, he was a good talent back then. But he's. Yeah, well, he wasn't very good at Derby either, was he?
No, he wasn't. He didn't do anything. And to be honest with you, I don't think Derby fans were that disappointed to see him go either, to be honest with you. They were happy to see him go. So yeah, I mean, academy. We can talk about academies, but that's nothing compared to senior. We know this. It's just you don't. The academy setups are fine. It's just not the same, is it? I mean. Yeah, I'm generally not sure where we go from here. I really don't, because I just find it so sad how quickly this has gone wrong for us, though. Put it in perspective here. That playoff final, to be so close to the Premier League, to this now, what we're witnessing. Where we are. In this relegation fight, if you could call it.
I mean, if we can win what? I know everyone's thinking, really, Tom. If we can magically win on Saturday, would it change? Would the confidence get back up?
I mean, a win would help massively. But I just think that if we are gonna, we need. It's not just about we need to win, but it's not about just. I don't think that you can't just put this down to confidence either. You've got to look at the attitude of some of these players, and you've got to look at and think to yourself, is this real? It may be confidence in some aspects of the game and some players' games, but to me, in some instances, I feel like it's not down to confidence. It's just about you see the real true characters of this squad and the real players in football when the going gets tough. It's all well and good when it's all going well and it's all fine and all hunky dory kind of thing, but when the going gets tough, you see who has got that character to be able to shrug that off and keep going and keep fighting.
I mean, I think after the game, Scorpio said in his comments that he's only going to pick players that actually are playing well. I'm like, well, you can only pick 4. Kamara,
yeah,
Timo, Radoni, Rhodes. That's it. So what he expects is they're just going to have 4 players in the lineup.
Yeah, the problem is the things that he's coming out with afterwards. I'm not really getting the gist of what he's trying to say at times. I just don't understand it. I mean,
It's reminded me of Jan Sievert's comments. This is it feels like it's a Jan all over again.
Yeah, he just seems to. Like I said earlier, I just don't feel like Schofield has got the authority to actually speak up if they're not pulling the weight. Some of these players in this squad, I don't think he's got that in him. No disrespect, but I don't. And I think this job was far too big for him to come in at this stage of his career. And to be honest with you, the club knew that he'd say yes to this job. But now, in effect of that, they've kind of, I wouldn't say damaged his reputation, but they haven't helped him, have they? You know, throw him in the deep end.
The thing is, I want Schofield to do really. He was one of my favourite ever players at town. I want him to do well. But what I think he needs to do is say to Dean, I need to step back. I'm not ready to coach. But I go part of the coaching staff and bring someone else in.
Yeah,
or I mean, to go back to the B team with Worthington and then bring a coach in that's got experience. Then he'd still keep his good reputation at the club, because at the minute his reputation is just going downhill.
It is going downhill, and it is just such a shame. Like I say, he's a great. I've got no doubt he's a great guy. We know what kind of player he was. He was a fantastic player for us. Ultimately, he loves the club as well. But I just think, like I say, he's been thrown in the deep end, and the job's too big for him. Unfortunately, that's what it is. And I know that we're only 3 games in, but I feel like the writing is on the wall for Schofield now. I'm afraid. You know, time. You know,
I think like we've only ever sacked a manager once after 1 game, and that was Mark Robbins. But the thing is, would you give him a month to end at month, Schofield? But then it could be too late.
No, what I was actually going to get onto is I don't think the club will sack him. I just think he needs to do the right decision and needs to resign from the post, because I don't think the club will sack him, because I don't think they will. But I just think he needs to do what's right for the football club. I know we're only 3 games in. The writing is on the wall for me, and I'm sorry, but I do feel sorry for him in that regard of obviously never being ready for this job in the first place. The size of it was just too big for him. You know, it's clearly not working, and we don't see any signs of improvement over these last few weeks either. There doesn't seem to be any belief in what we're doing either, what he's doing and what we're doing as a group. It looks way out of his depth at times. Strange lineups, strange subs. And the timing of those changes, well, I mean, that first half, right, 3-0 down at half time, you're thinking to yourself, right, let's make some. Okay, the game probably would. The game was gone by then, let's be honest. But you would have thought, you're thinking to yourself, come on then, let's bring some subs on at half time and let's try and get a bit of pride happening here, because, you know, we're just embarrassing ourselves.
Games happened with the Birmingham game and the Burnley game. There's been no changes right at half time. Not until.
Yeah, but what I'm saying to you is 3-0 down at half time, and he still waits the 10 minutes he does to make changes. Why? It's as if you're saying he's happy with the first half. You've got to make the changes at that half time for me. I mean, I know it's easy for us to look in from the outside and say, you should have done this, you should have done that, you should have done that. But the reality is we can only comment on what we've seen, and I just think it's very, very strange. Hello, Chris. Big up to yourself. Welcome on in. What's going wrong? Everything's going wrong at the moment, Chris. I'm afraid. Everywhere you look, everything's going wrong. I just can't believe what's happening to our club at the moment. We're either fighting relegation or we're at the top of the table. There's no in between with us for some reason. But yeah, it is. I'm laughing, but I'm really hurting inside. I really am. But yeah, like I said, there's no fight, there's no passion of these players, there's no heart, there's no nothing, and it hurts to see that. And yeah, I'm just like I say. I mean, this all goes back to when Carlos left. Let's be honest. Let's touch on it a minute, because I don't care what anybody says, right? If Carlos wants to leave and he wasn't happy, he should have left after that playoff final, right? Because what he shouldn't have done is he shouldn't have left us with a few weeks to go until the season start and left us out to dry, basically, because that's what he did. He waited and waited. He knew what the situation was with the club in terms of how we operated. And okay, he wanted a bit of backing and all that. We don't know what happened, let's be honest. But if you're going to leave and if you're not happy, obviously it was growing unhappiness throughout the weeks. It wasn't just out of the blue, I'm going to leave now. It was over a couple of weeks that he was probably thinking about this. He should have gone earlier because he didn't help.
You know what should have happened? He should have gone after the playoff final, day after.
Yeah, that's what I mean. If he wants to go...
Yeah, we would have had more time to actually get a proper coaching.
Yeah, but instead, the club had to go down the route they did because in reality, okay, they didn't have to, but in reality, with a few weeks to, it was like 2 weeks to go until the season starts, you know, to get a new manager in, it would have disrupted the group even more. But now, thinking about it now, maybe it wouldn't have done. But I don't know. They're all questions that I'm asking myself at the moment. But I just think he hung us out to dry there, Carlos, and I'm very disappointed in that. And he's kind of, I won't say he's tarnished what he did with us, but I don't think he went in the best of ways to do. Let's be honest. I think, you know, a lot of people are in what he did. You know, why he waited so long to depart the club. It's just not right. I mean, you know, the players that we've lost. I mean, obviously Pippa left us. You know, we don't have anybody at that. Okay, Turton's there, but apart from Spencer, who's clearly not ready just yet, we haven't replaced Pippa in any way, shape, or form, right? Brody Spencer needs more game time, okay, but he needs to go out on loan maybe for me. He's not ready. I mean, Tom Lees as well. Let's talk about Tom. I mean, he's struggling at the moment without, you know, Matty Pearce. You know, Matty Pearce is a big loss. We know this.
Yeah,
you know,
I think out of the defence, he's probably the loudest. You know, last season I saw a few the game against Reading. I was sat right high up near tunnel, right, and all you could hear was Pearson shouting.
Yeah, we need that on the pitch, don't we? And we need he'll always give it everything, and he'll always throw his body on line as well, which some of these players are not choosing to do at the moment. And in all due respects, I don't like to say as if I'm kind of picking out individuals, but I mean, in all due respects, having seen Edmonds Green over the last few weeks, I'm sorry, but he's not championship quality. And that's the reality. He does need to go back out on loan because I just don't see it. I mean, fair play, he's still young, he's still at back. I just think he needs to go back out on loan, bless him, because I just don't think he's...
Thing is, he played a full season at Rotherham in a back three. He's not played in a back two before. Well, back four, sorry.
Yeah. I mean, you could say that, but I'm just on about his overall qualities. It's a big step up from League One to Championship. We know this. And I just don't think he's got... I just don't think he's... Well, he's either not ready or he's not going to be able to, you know, cut it at this level. And that's it. But, I mean, and then obviously...
I mean, for him to go out on loan, I think he'd best go to Barnsley because Barnsley is actually not a bad club. They've actually got a really good manager as well for Barnsley,
I mean,
to be fair.
The problem is, though, is we're in a situation now where we can't afford to send him out on loan because we haven't got any other option. We haven't got any options, so we have to keep him.
Well, you're tall, aren't you? You can go at centre back.
I like attacking more. I don't really like defending. Although I do track back. I'm not a Dwayne Holmes not player that doesn't decide to try. He thinks he's exempt to that. And in all fairness, obviously losing Naby Sarr as well. By the way, I mean, okay, Naby did have his moments where he was a bit poor, but if you look at who we've replaced, you know, Will Boyle. Will Boyle is terrible. I'm sorry, Will, but he's terrible. He's worse than Sarr, and that's saying something. You know, Sarr wasn't the best at times.
The only thing I think Boyle's good at is good in the air from set pieces. That's all I think he's good. But even now, we're not even good at set pieces anymore.
Yeah, but he's not in the team to do that. He's in the team to defend, and he's not doing it. He's just too slow.
Maybe he might improve in the next few games because I think he's only just getting up to fitness, really, isn't he? You know, and to be fair, he's played in different styles of a different style to what we are. Whatever is our style, though. What the hell? I don't even know what our style is.
I don't think we've got one, have we? I don't see what style we're playing with. I'm being honest. Like I say, I don't think Boyle's championship quality, I'm afraid. I'm sorry. I know it's the early days, but I don't think it's down to lack of fitness or whatever. He's just not good enough. Like I say, sorry, I'm just gonna like I say, Nakayama was a very good player, by the way. I've seen him, and
I think he should start left back now over Ruffles.
Yeah, I mean, no, well, what I was actually, well, I'll go into I'll actually say it in a bit, actually, but I've got a different idea, but yeah, I'll go into it shortly. But I think that obviously, you know, he spent so much time out of position because he was dragged there by Boyle's poor positioning. And, you know,
Boyle was out of position, God knows how many times.
Yeah.
And Naki had to bomb back and cover that left side of centre back position.
I mean, I like I said, let's be honest, Ruffles is struggling. He really is struggling. To me,
I'm even a centre. I'm in midfielder. I'd do better than Boyle. I'm Ruffles.
I mean, that's just the defence, like I say. You know, obviously, Hogg, obviously, he's a fantastic, you know, a real stalwart in that midfield. Like I say, putting his body on the line all the time. But like I said, Russell looks a shadow of the player he was last season. You know, who scored that. You remember that goal in the playoff semi-final as well.
He looks like a version of Oscar Gorburn does Russell at the minute.
Yeah, absolutely. Hi, right. Hello, Billy. Welcome on and hello there. I hope you're doing great. Well, I'm okay, apart from the ongoing issues at the club, because it does get you down, to be honest with you. You know, your club really suffering like this. It's not nice. But yeah, I'm okay, mate. I'm kind of trying to enjoy the sunshine, but it's just far too warm for me. I don't know about you. But it is one of those. We're always moaning. If it was rain, I'd moan. If it's warm and sunny, I'd moan. So it is one of those. What's your reaction on fans leaving after the third goal? To be honest with you, I don't blame them. It's not something I've ever done, but I don't blame them because it was an absolute shambles, and there's a lot of frustration about the club at the moment. There's a lot of, you know, you can sense the toxic atmosphere as well in the stands as well at the moment. You really can. And it's.
I mean, I saw on Tuesday fans was arguing with each other.
Yeah, that's what happens though when we get frustrated. We all argue with each other, and it doesn't help, of course, but. Heat of the moment, emotions are high. We're all frustrated of what's happening at the club. It's easy done, isn't it? Yeah, that's what happens. But yeah, I don't blame them for leaving. I was very tempted to leave, but I did stay because I thought, well, I've paid £10 to watch it.
I actually left in the 40th minute.
Did you? Right. So you.
I don't normally leave games early, but I just couldn't take it anymore. It's like, like this.
That second half seemed to be going on forever, by the way. It just felt like the minutes were ticking by.
How entertaining that game was in the first half. The most entertaining thing was a pigeon flying across the pitch. That was the most entertaining thing in the first half.
Well, we didn't offer any excitement on the field, let's be honest. Like I said, there was no highlights for us in that first half, let's be honest. Absolutely shocking. So, yeah, I don't blame them. Like I say, Billy, I think that it is one of those. And like I say, Tom, I'm sure you're in agreement with me because obviously you were left, so you can understand that why people left as well. But yeah, thank you for coming in. Like I say, David Kasumu obviously was signed to replace O'Brien, but like I say, he looks a real talent. But his hamstrings appear to be made of cheese strings. Now they do, because I'm sorry, but they do. Ridiculous. It's ridiculous how this guy.
They're made of elastic bands, aren't they? A bit like elastic bands.
He played for 10 minutes and he was already off the field injured. It just sums it up, doesn't it? You know, Holmes looks.
That's a bit like walking out your door and injuring yourself, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It is. It's just ridiculous. But we knew what we were getting with this guy. By the way, we knew he was injury prone. It was a risk. We took the risk, and it hasn't paid.
Fans did warn me. He said, "Look, he's good, but he will get injured a lot." It's like Casey Palmer, I think, because he was injured quite a lot.
But he had a lot of talent, didn't he? But he just couldn't keep fit. Yeah. So yeah, good shout there. I mean, yeah, like I said, Dwayne Holmes looks increasingly. It looks like he's never played football in his life. He's never seen a ball in his life. I'm going to be honest with you. But he's one of those.
It's like every time he gets the ball, I just say to myself, "Yep, he's going to lose it or give it away." Yeah, and look what happened. Yeah, there we go.
He's not even ready for the ball most of the time. You can see that with his touches.
If he is even on the bench on Saturday, I am going to flip. I really am.
Yeah, I agree.
Even if Russell starts, I'm like, what?
But it's not just that. What are the players that are thinking that apparently, you know, that are behind Holmes, supposedly? What are they thinking? The probably things is, why on earth is he getting in the team and around the bench as well? And
I mean, if I was Kamara, I'd be livid if Holmes starts over him.
Yeah, because like I say, you're in training, you're trying to get into first team, and you've got a guy that turns up and thinks he's exempt to every characteristic that you expect in a town shirt. It's like, hang on a minute, just add up to me. And more for the manager for choosing him constantly as well, because it's a disgrace. But I mean, in attack, obviously, Ward and Rose, to be fair, when they've obviously had chances, they've scored, haven't they? They've not had much to feed off, though, unfortunately. Now, obviously, Koroma as well. I mean, it's increasingly proven that his purple patch during the COVID season of 2020-21 season was a total one-off. His form that it just seems like he'll never be able to get back to that level. And I like Koroma, but his attitude, his body language is terrible. It's just shocking to see. Holmes and Koroma,
his shooting is so poor.
He does the same thing every time he gets the ball, though, Tom, and I don't understand why. He's so laboured. I just don't. I mean, to me, these players should not put in a town shirt again, Holmes and Koroma. It's a bold statement, but it's true. They've had the chances. Enough's enough. I just can't keep backing these players that are constantly letting us down on a consistent basis. I mean, we have to talk about this because it's been all over social media the past few days. Now, everybody's got an opinion. I've been slated for my opinion. Everyone's kind of got an opinion about everybody's opinion, but it is one of those. And I'm laughing, but obviously, Sorba Thomas's situation. Now, obviously, we saw yesterday afternoon what he posted on his story. Obviously, saying there's always light at the end of the tunnel. Like I said, I just think that this was a complete disgrace. Yeah, you're either with us or against us. Now, to me, and my reaction to this is it was never about being against the team here. It's about what we see on the pitch. And Sorba has had a fantastic season last season. Now, hear me out, and I'll let you speak in a moment. But I think that he needs bringing down a peg or two, if I'm honest with you, because I think that just because he had a solid season last season and he was breaking all sorts of records and he got an international call-up and all this, he thinks he's the best player in the world all of a sudden now. No, Sorby, you're not. You need to keep working. You need to show the fight and attitude that you showed last season because, let's be honest, okay, he can't do it on his own, but what I've seen from Sorba individually has not been good enough. His effort, his application, his body language has been poor. At the end of the day, this guy's getting paid to play football, right? As they all are, right? And I'm not singling out Sorry, but I'm on about this situation solely. He's obviously, he takes fouls out of the club every week. Let's be honest. He gets all the gear given to him. Like I say, he is a footballer. We don't get everything given to us. Don't ever, and I'll say this again, don't ever question the fans' loyalty because at the end of the day, us fans go to, for example, we're going to Norwich next Tuesday night. We'll get home at early hours at fucking, sorry for swearing, guys, but yeah, I don't normally swear in this, but I'm getting very emotional. I'm getting very emotional. So yeah, I apologise. That came out and I didn't need it to. But this is how passionate I am about this club, right? Us fans go on these long journeys away from home to Norwich, like I say, and a game coming up, and against Bristol coming up shortly after. And, we get home at the early hour, we're spending our hard-earned money to watch this, and we've got every right to voice our opinion, right? And I just think that, these players don't give us stuff that we're getting home at early hours at morning, do they? They don't, let's be honest. Football's a business. Football is not a sport. And that may be a bold move, but it is. It's become a business, even at this level, even at the championship level. It is a business. And like I say, Sorba Thomas has to stay humble. Now, obviously, it's come out this morning and said that, those messages weren't me. Do I believe that? My personal opinion? No, I do not. I do not believe it because you saw the same situation with, with other players in the past. Who was it that came out and I forgot who it was. It was a Premier League footballer now who.
Benzo on it.
No, I'm on about not for us. I were on about someone else that said something. Anyway, a player I think it was in the Premier League. A player said, not recently, but probably last season, but said something on social media. But what did they do afterwards? They removed the post like Sorba did, and then they said the day after, "Oh, it wasn't me that I got hacked." I'm sorry, but the writing's on the wall for me. Sorba has to stay humble. I've lost a bit of respect for him, I must admit, and I don't like saying this, but I have, because I don't like what he came out with in that post. I think okay, you can say that obviously, that there's two sides in it, do I really need to get so offended about it? Yes, I do, because I don't agree with the fact that he's questioning the fans' loyalty when we've always stuck with the team and we've always, did try to do our bit. I've said enough about this, but what are your thoughts about this, Tom? Because I'm going to respect your opinion, and like I say, you respect mine. But yeah, what do you think about it? Yeah.
I've got two things. I think he's done it and he's not done it. The post that he put out did stay out for quite a while. That's my thinking. He might have been hacked, but then when he removed one, he put another one saying something looking forward to Saturday. Then he deleted that one as well.
Right. Yeah.
So I do think he's been asked to delete it by the club.
He's definitely been asked to. Yeah. Well, I think he is, because I think
one of the players might have seen it and just said, "Look, Sarby, you better delete it." And he shouldn't be doing. If he's frustrated, stay off social media. Or just put a post up, disappointing with my performances lately. I know I can improve. If you put something like that up, that's a lot better.
But I mean, I've seen it before though with him, by the way, Tom. Obviously, what was it? We lost the game. I think it was against Birmingham where he got an assist or something. I don't know. He got an assist in one of the games.
I put a video up. Plenty more to come.
Yeah, and he's celebrating that, but yeah, he's not bothered about the team losing. It's more like, it's about me and not about the team overall.
He's been like this since he's got. He's like this ever since, just because he's got a call up to Wales. He's been like this.
It's gone to his head. It has.
He doesn't exactly start for Wales, though. He doesn't exactly start for him.
It needs put in his place, unfortunately, and something needs to be said to him about it.
I think Holgate or a member of the coaching team need to sit down with him and speak to him about it.
It's very unprofessional, and it shows his lack of experience as well, by the way. It is, and it's just not. I mean, anyway, we've said our piece on that, but it had to be covered because it has been a talking point over the last day or so. So that's why I brought it up anyway. But anyway, moving on, we're going to obviously look ahead to the Stoke game, obviously on Saturday. Here we are, guys. The preview. We're all looking forward to this, or are we? Now, obviously, Michael O'Neill is their manager. I do really like him, to be honest with you. I think he did great with Northern Ireland. And
I saw his interview after their game of the night, and he said he's worried about their next game because he's got quite a few injuries now, and apparently some of the players that are playing are not getting up to standard.
Yeah,
but I'm like, Stoke fans, this is going to be our easiest game of the season this weekend.
I can't see. I mean, we hope for a reaction at some point from us, by the way, but I just don't know if it's going to come this weekend. As I was saying, like I say, when he was doing well with Northern Ireland, obviously he did get linked with a lot of jobs, didn't he? But obviously Stoke finally got him. Very experienced, by the way, this guy. I think he knows how to set up his team. He knows how to, set up an organised team, hard-working team. And he'll demand a lot as well from them. I think it'll be really difficult against Stoke. Now, obviously, their first game of the season, they lost, didn't they, to Millwall 2-0 away. And then they won their home game against Blackpool 2-0. And then they actually exited the cup in the week. But it was via a penalty shootout against Morecambe.
But to be fair, Stoke played a really strong team out, to be honest.
Yeah, so it's a real mixed bag of results, isn't it, for Stoke at the moment? I mean, before we kind of go into it, what kind of game do you expect to see from Stoke? Like, what challenge do you expect to see from them? Kind of thing?
Challenge. I expect it to be physical. Well, not by us, by them. Sorry, it's just how I feel. But I do expect Stoke to be very defensive because O'Neill's systems are very attacking and they're quite defensive. So in two minds. I think it's got 0-0 written all over it. I really do. I think it's one of them games.
You should have saved that prediction for the end. You know the drill now on this show. But yeah, fair enough. I mean, good points, mate.
But very defensive system to play. Yeah, basically.
Fair enough. I mean, I'll do my usual of picking out players that I think needs to be watched in this game, but I'm just also going to get up their formations that they play.
They play a 3-5-2.
I mean, I don't see that as defensive. I see defensive as playing 5 at the back, but I see your point. Maybe there are more. I mean, obviously, it is a 5 when they're defended, isn't it? Because obviously they've got wing backs, so that's how they play. You know, obviously, Harry Clark and Josh Tyman obviously slot back in once they're defending. But I just see it as he likes to be defensively sound and obviously likes to attack as well. So I don't know if I agree with that about maybe the defensive, but fair enough. Obviously, they've got a player that we was linked with at one point, which we never really thought we'd get. But obviously, Dwight Gale, a very experienced pro. He scores goals wherever he goes. He's a big danger on Saturday, especially with our defence at the moment. You know, I bet he's thinking to himself, "Oh, I can't wait to play in this game."
Will he be licking his lips? What is seeing our defence saying, "Oh, this is going to be a goal fest for me."
Yeah, he is. I've also picked out Jacob Brown as well, obviously.
Ex-Barnes player, innit? He was really good at that.
He's a very good player, though, isn't he? You know,
very good player, Jacob Brown.
You know, he's a forward player again. He did score. He's the one that scored in the other game that they played the other week as well. So he has scored already. Obviously, a Scottish international. He's 24. He's actually from Halifax. I don't know if you knew that, Tom, but yeah, he's from Halifax.
Never knew that at all. Wow.
Yeah, but anyway, and I've also picked out.
Oh yeah, it's on Wikipedia. Didn't know that.
So we learn something new every day. Also, I picked out Lewis Baker, who obviously was at Chelsea. I really like Lewis Baker. I don't think he ever got a chance at Chelsea like most youngsters do. But he's come to this Stoke and he's played very well. And I like the look of him. You know, he dictates that middle of the park. And I do like him. Obviously,
Smallburn they've got on loan from Southampton. It looks a really good player as well.
Yeah. I mean, and then obviously, lastly, I've got Aidan Flint, very experienced pro at the back.
He's a very threat from corners.
He's very physical, but he's also very, wherever he's gone, he's always been very reliable, hasn't he? So he's brilliant.
Yeah.
One to look out for. I mean, is there any players that you think we should be looking out for on Saturday then, or do you agree with me?
Flynn, Phil Jagielka.
Does he even play? Does he even still play?
Yeah, he's 39 years old.
Yeah. Does he even get the starting line?
He's going to be in Zimmer frame soon. Anyway, Flynn, Baker, their left wing back, Timon.
Yeah.
Jacob Brown, obviously, and their right wing back, Clark.
Yeah, Clark's actually scored as well, hasn't he? At the start of the season, I think, in one of the games I saw on the stats.
Yeah, he scored their game against 2-0 win against Blackpool. It was Jacob Brown and Clark who scored.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Thank you for that. Yeah. So it's going to be a difficult test to get Alex.
You know what's going to happen now? I've said that about Jagielka. He's going to go score, isn't it?
Oh my God! Can you imagine? But I think he's just prepared to just sit out his career now. He's not even playing. But anyway, presumably, obviously, we usually do these streams when we've had a press conference from Danny Scott. So obviously, but I'm presuming obviously the same players are out. Obviously, Pearson and Kasumu still out, obviously, and the rest of the team's fit. So a fully choice team to select from, which goes in to our favourite part of the day, which is team lineups, which always sparks up some debate. So I'll go first, and then I'll let you go. I'll let you go afterwards. Okay. So I'm putting Nichols in goal. Obviously, it has to be Nichols. Now this is where it gets interesting because I've decided to jig about the defence a bit because of what I've seen, unfortunately. And I'd like to see Ben Jackson on that left-hand side. I really would. I think he deserves to come in and have an opportunity. Nobody else has taken that opportunity up yet, so I believe that he should be coming in. I would put Lees in, obviously. But alongside him, I would put Nakayama, because I think Nakayama has the ability to play at that centre back. I do. I think it would be a great partnership that we can develop if he can consistently play with Leeds. And yeah, I do believe that's the best centre back pairing going forward, in my opinion. I've put Turton on the right. I just don't know who else will step in at this point, unfortunately. I mean, I'm not saying Turton's been bad, but he's not covered himself in glory like all the players haven't really, but it is one of those. No, I don't want to, like I said, I don't want to see two holding midfielders at home. So I put Hogg in that defensive midfield role, and obviously, oh no, sorry, and then I'll put Kamara in as well. I want Kamara to start, I really do, because Kamara is exciting. You could say that it's unfair to the lads to throw him in the deep end when to be honest with you, is it a great time to be coming into the club and making it a bit? I don't think it is, but I just think he should be starting over Russell. Obviously, I want Grant to start in this game as well. There's a lot of new changes on these, but I'm just being honest. Grant has to go on the left for me. Redoni in the middle, with Tino on the right, and I mean, based on form, what I've seen, I'd probably start with Rhodes, to be honest with you, because I just think Rhodes is the more clinical at the moment. Ward seems to be struggling a bit. I don't know. I just feel like Rhodes is the better option at the moment. But just to confirm, Hogg and Kamara instead of Russell and Hogg. So yeah, I did mess up my lineup, which is not great. But anyway, well, what about you, Tom? What are you thinking? Take me through your lineup and kind of why you've kind of selected the team you have.
Nichols is not debatable, is it? You know, it's straightforward. Now I'm going to back 3.
Yeah.
Right side of centre back, Lees. In the middle, Hogg.
Right. Yeah.
Nakayama at left side of centre back. Now my midfield 4. Turton, right wing back. Left wing back, I've got Benja.
You have cut out. Your internet has gone. I don't know what's happening. But yeah, I'm gonna. You may have to disconnect, and come back on, Tom, because you've completely crashed on me.
Yeah, I'm back. Sorry about that.
Oh no worries. Are you back? So yeah, you were saying Ben Jackson at left wing back. Did you say? Sorry.
Yeah, Turton right wing back. My 2 centre midfielders, Kamara and Redoni. I know it's a bit. Can Redoni play centre midfield? I think he can. Now, the 2 behind the striker, I've gone Timo and Manon here.
Yeah, good shout.
And Rhodes up front.
Nice, yeah. I can see why you've gone with the lineup you have, though. They're all
a lot more attacking, and I think I've gone with the players that actually want to play.
Yeah, and we'll give everything for that shirt, and we'll try the best. I mean, yeah, you have to do, don't you? But yeah, we've both.
He's not exactly going to go to a back 3 Scorpio, let's be honest. He prefers forward, doesn't he?
I mean, yeah, but like I say, we can still kind of obviously say what we think. I mean, so yeah, just to confirm, my formation, which I always forget to do, but is a 4-2-3-1 for me. So yeah, that is my formation.
Sounds like a 3-4-2-1.
Yeah, of course. Hello there, Arjun. Hi. What do you think of that guy from Twitter called Dr. No? I know who you mean. Oh my goodness. I don't know what to think, to be honest with you. It's one of those accounts that just make me laugh.
Yeah, to be fair, he is very reliable with transfer news, though. He's got everything spot on. He's literally had other journalists on strings as well.
Oh, really? All right. It's one of those...
To be fair, if I ever got asked transfer news, I would listen to Dr. Nose.
Even saying it makes me laugh, doesn't it? Every time I see a post or I look on his profile or whatever, it always makes me laugh or smile. So he's one of those. I think he's great, to be honest with you. And like you said, Tom is very reliable, isn't he? So yeah, by the way, welcome on him. So yeah, guys, I haven't actually said this throughout the stream, but anyway, if you do like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. It doesn't cost anything either. So
Anything, it's free.
So yeah, please, if you do enjoy what you're hearing, obviously, probably don't enjoy me ranting and moaning, but if you enjoy the content that I've produced so far and would like to join
To be honest, we haven't ranted much today, have we?
No, we've been very, I won't say calm, because I got my emotions got the best of me throughout the stream, which, again, I apologise for swearing. I don't usually swear, but it just shows the passion I've got within for this football club.
It's too warm to rant. It's too hot to rant and shout.
It is. Well, I think I've had a good moan this afternoon. So yeah, it is one of those. But yeah, like I say, guys, I appreciate every single one of you who are supporting me, and we're actually at double figures in the viewing as well at the moment, 10 views. So yeah, thank you for coming in. I really appreciate that. But yeah, thank you for the question as well, by the way, Arjun. Thank you for coming in as well. So yeah, it comes to this time as well. Score prediction time, which I always seem to jinx, and I'm sorry, but I do. I always need to jinx.
My score prediction is going to shock a lot of people today.
And I always back us to win. I'm always all so positive about backing us to win, but I have to be honest with myself here, and I have to think about it. I don't think we'll win, and that is probably the first time I've said that for a while now, because I've always gone into every game thinking we'll win, and I said it last week against Birmingham. More probably hope than expectation. I said we'd win against Burnley. More hope than expectation. I'm not going to go with hope anymore. I'm just going to go with realist answers. Oh, hello, I am Dr. Nose, Oliver Drake upstairs. I'm sure you are, Oliver. I'm sure you are, Dr. Nose. Welcome on in. But yeah, I can't see anything other than a loss. I'm sorry, but I can't. And I'm probably going to go with a 2-0 loss. So yeah, it is one of those. I just can't seem to fill myself with optimism at the moment. Your internet is like McDonald's internet at the moment, by the way.
You know it is.
You're all blurry, you're all pixelated on me, Tom. Oh, you're back. But yeah, I mean, what's your prediction? Tell me what you're thinking ahead of this one.
Now, I've supported Huddersfield for a long time, and I have never, ever wanted them to lose. But I have to be reality. I have to be realistic now. You know, I've got my last 3 predictions wrong.
Same here. You're not on your own.
We score a goal, I think.
Yeah.
But I'm going 4-1 Stoke.
Oh, wow. So you think we're not going to learn from our lessons from the past either, and we're just going to continue to go down?
It's upsetting and it's sad that I'm saying this. It's a football club I love with all my heart, but it's at the minute, there's no way, we can't seem to be winning. We don't even seem to be performing. Only in the second half.
Yeah, I know. Hello, Megan. Welcome and thank you.
One of my besties. There she is.
Oh, is it? Right. Well, welcome on in. It is a new face to the channel, so welcome in. Like I say, if you are new around here, you can hit the subscription button. It is free. I'm not begging. I'm just saying, Megan, you're more than welcome to subscribe to me. I'd appreciate it. But yeah. The draw. You think it'll be a draw on Saturday?
You know our score predictions, right? You imagine if we get them wrong now.
I know. Well, I've gone the other way now, so if I get it wrong now, then I've got no hope to get a prediction right this season. So yeah,
you know what would be funny, right? If we come to react to the game from Saturday next week on here again. Can you imagine?
What did you say? Sorry, you broke up.
Can you imagine on I don't know when you'll be doing your show. It's usually Monday, isn't
it? Yeah, I usually leave it a few days to let the emotions settle down. Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Monday, yeah. Imagine if we win Saturday and we just say we got our score prediction wrong, but it's a good wrong.
Yeah, and maybe we should just keep predicting against us and then we'll keep winning. So maybe that's a tactic we could use. We're trying everything we can to get us back winning games. No. We don't know what a win feels like at the moment. And we're longing for a win, but I just can't see it. But yeah, like I say, this has been a fantastic stream. Like I say, we can only hope for Saturday. I'm not hoping very optimistic, unfortunately. And it doesn't get any easier with a trip to Norwich on Tuesday night and then again against Coventry the week after. So it is one of those. It's brutal. But one game at a time, we have to focus on Stoke on Saturday and see what happens there. But as always, guys, thank you for coming on. It's been great to have you on, Tom, by the way. Again, thank you
for having me on as always. Oh, I like your away town top, innit, that one.
You've just realised I've got the pink, beautiful kit on that I'm actually in love with, by the way. Yeah, it is it's even nicer in person. I couldn't actually believe I said that when I did, because in pictures it is so beautiful, but in person I even love it even more if that's possible. But yeah, I decided to wear this today. So yeah, but yeah, like I said, thank you as always, everybody, for coming on. Like I said, it's been good viewings actually on the channel. We'll always love our club, like I said, our town badge.
No.
We'll always support our club no matter what, and we'll always give our honest opinions as well. I don't want to see this as negativity and and slating players, but we just say it how it is, and that's what I've always been like. And
in a way, you've got to slate players for them to perform well.
I've always said you've got to stay true to yourself and stay true to your opinion, and you've got to just be straight to the point about it. And yeah, we try our best to give the honest opinions here on the channel. But yeah, have a good rest of the day, the rest of few days actually. If you're going to the game on Saturday, try and enjoy it. I know it's probably going to be hard, but try and enjoy it.
I think I'm gonna need a few Guinnesses before the game on Saturday.
But anyway, guys, it's been an absolute pleasure. I'll be back, obviously, in the coming days for sure. Stay tuned for that. But like I say, if you do like this video, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. And like I say, I am on the road to 200 subscribers, so it would mean a lot to me if you hit that subscription button. But yeah, so yeah, take care, everybody, and I'll see you on the next one. Up the town.